Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. Today we're just gonna, so I had a work function. I do basically go to a meeting class kind of thing. And it was a little bit out of town, about an hour away from where I live, and about 30 minutes further out of town from where I work. So I went to this class. And anyway, one thing led to another. I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay for the end of the class because I had to get back to work. It was an emergency and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, I knew that my time was going to be cut short. So after I scarfed down the free lunch, I ran over to check out the comic shops in that town, of which I could only tell that there were one. So I went to this comic shop. It was terrible. It was the worst. I don't have to preach to you guys about bad comic shops. You all already know what a bad comic shop is. You've been to them. This was one of those. The day I was there was a Tuesday, so of course I walk in. The shop is organized fairly well, but for the most part, it was... I walk in, and the girl asked me, well, what are you looking for? I can help you. And I was like, well... do you have any older books? You know, she said, you want new books or older books? I said, well, if you got older books, that'd be good. She was like, well, all our back issues are in long boxes, and they were just rows and rows of long boxes. And so she was like, all the newer books are on the wall. I was like, okay. So the wall was filled with your usual, orders, modern books, current books. So it was definitely a pull list shop. And I'm walking around, and I see in the bins that there's really nothing but Every book in there was over cover price. We're talking books that came out 2-3 months ago. They couldn't sell, and now they want $5 for it when the cover price was $4. I'm like, I don't really get that at all. And then you could hear in the background they were doing pre-sales of the new comics that came in early for Wednesday. So they're doing pre-sales on New Comic Book Day, and I hate that. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Little Facebook shows. I was like, this is going to be a waste of time. So I just, at point blank, I asked her, I said, do you have any wall books? She looked at me with a blank stare, had no idea what I was talking about. I said, well, do you have higher end books, more expensive books? She was like, oh yeah, they're over here. She had like a case that was a flat case, kind of like you used to see watches in and stuff, little glass top case. And in there were like 4 modern variants that they had taken to a convention and got signed. I was like, I'm out. So that was a big waste of time. But I noticed a peddler's mall, or a flea market, if you will, on the way to that shop. And I had heard rumors that there was some comic activity at that peddler's mall. Some people in the community had told me about that. So I was like, okay, I'll check that out. So this is what that haul is from. First, we got sponsored by Spider-Woman Funko Bobblehead Pop. She hates to stand. Look at those tiny little feet. Totally unrealistic. But there she is. And of course, we got Batman the Killing Joke first print. And then also we have Amazing Adventures number 11, which is the first appearance of Furry Beast. So for all you Furry Beast lovers. So first up from the Peddler's Mall haul, we had Wonder Woman 168 by Adam Hughes. All these books, I think I spent like $10 plus tax for all these books, so hodgepodge of stuff. And I actually am not showing all the books. I just realized there's a whole stack of books that I got. I'll get to that in a minute. So this book was at this Peddler's Mall, at this booth, the guy was, I guess, packaging comics in like 5 and 10 packs. So a lot of them were just 5 and 10 packs of comics, and you're like, oh my gosh. But he was only asking like $3 for the sets of 5 and like $6 for the sets of 10. So I was like, okay. So I saw this one on top of one that was for $6. And I was like, you know what? This book alone usually goes for anywhere from $7 to $10. So I said, whatever other books I get in it will just be free books, right? And I'll give them away or, do something with them. And so so that's what happened. So this was the book on top. All the other 9 books in that stack were junk, to me, throwaway books. So this was the one I kept. Wonder Woman 168, Paradise Lost, parts 1 of 2, with a great Adam Hughes cover. Look at that. Looking fantastic. Good stuff. So can't lose with that. Next, they had Grim Tales of Terror. Paid $1 for this one, and it's the Monkey's Paw. Now, I don't buy too many Zenescope books, but I do like the Monkey's Paw as a story. I remember reading that as a kid. I remember really liking it. Kind of a scary, bedtime story kind of thing, or ghost story. So pretty cool. I remember that, so I was like, oh, I'll pick that up. Next, we have Avengers Assemble, number 10. Greg Land cover, although it's a funny thing. If you look down here, you see that where he signed it was covered by the trade dress. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I'd never seen that before. So Avengers Assemble, number 10, Greg Land cover, signed. It's not signed, but maybe someday will be. So it's got Thor, Iron Man, Hulk. Who knows which Hulk that is? I hope it's the real Hulk, not that Amadeus Cho guy. And Spider-Woman. So I can't pass up a good Spider-Woman cover, and almost every Spider-Woman cover is a good Spider-Woman cover. So there you go. Next, we have the Maze Agency, number 7. Another Adam Hughes cover. These little Maze Agencies have been finding me lately, which is weird. So in the past, I've seen these before. These are very early Adam Hughes works. In the past, I've seen these, and I never really jumped all over them. But lately, they've been finding me. I remember seeing a couple that were way overpriced when I was first collecting. I was like, I'm not picking that up, because they were slabbed, and they were like, oh, well, it's an Adam Hughes book in a slab, so automatic $60. And I'm like, no, that's not how my budget works. So I've left them behind a bunch of times, but they're finding me for $1 a piece or so I can't turn that down. Here's another one. This is another Greg Land book, Sojourn, number 19. I don't know. I recognize the name because I have Sojourn number 2 or 3 or so, and it was a Greg Land cover. So when I saw that title, I was like, I wonder if he did all the covers on that run, or most of them. And sure enough, here's one by him. Look at that demon, boy. That's scary as heck. I don't know if that's a werewolf or a demon or something. She looks beautiful. I really enjoy Greg Land's art. He does a great job. And so, anyway, very cool. I like that. So, I'm not big on blood and scary stuff, but that's pretty cool. And next we have Inferno Hellbound, number 3. Why'd you pick that up, he says. And I say, I don't know. It's a Silvestri cover. I don't know anything about it, except that it looks like this was supposed to be an ongoing series, and I think it died at like number 3 or something, and that was it. So they never finished it. But I just liked, I'm kind of have a soft spot for Top Cow books, and look at her laid out like that. That's beautiful. Wow. And that little whatever dragon slaying dude looks pretty cool. Of course, that guy's getting his face smashed in. But another reason that I like these Top Cow books is because often they'll have, I'm going to open up a book. I know I don't usually do that. But sometimes they'll have stuff on the inside that's related to Tomb Raider, which I do collect. And this one was No Letdown. If you take a look here, and of course the rest of the book has various advertisements and things. But here, in the last couple pages, it has an advertisement for Tomb Raider number 25, the Michael Turner cover, and then it's got some like Michael Turner sketch art I thought was pretty cool. And that's all on the interior of Tomb Raider 25. Of course, it doesn't look like this because it's all colorized. But then they continue with the sketch art there. Michael Turner sketch art. Man, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I didn't know that was going to be there. And some of those are fantastic. I mean, look at that. That's very cool. So, very happy to have that. And that's really one of the reasons I was going to keep it. This was not a book that I picked up on purpose, really. It was in a stack of books, so it was one of those like I had just mentioned. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to that one. And then last but not least, we've got 52, week 36. Now, a lot of people sleep on this book. This is one of those undercover gems, I think. You can pick this book up for $1. It's often thrown into a run if someone's selling a big, long run of 52 weeks. This will be in there. It's not a key book for any reason, really, but there's a hidden gem in there that I'm going to show you now, so hope y'all appreciate this. And I'm only showing you because I already own a copy. If I was trying to hunt them down, I wouldn't show you probably. But on the back page, there's a feature. On the back couple pages. I mean, the rest of it is whatever week 52 is. I don't care anything about that. But here is The Origin of Power Girl as drawn by Adam Hughes. Now, Adam Hughes did 2 of these type origin stories in week 52. In 52-week storyline. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, Adam Hughes' Power Girl is nothing to sneeze at. Look at that. Continues on this page. And it goes over the powers and weapons and essential storyline and alliances. Very cool stuff. Look at that. Adam Hughes' Power Girl makes an appearance. So anyway, that's why I picked this book up. Solely for that reason. And there was one of 2 books that I was looking to pick up. This is week number 36 out of 52 weeks for DC. And the other one that I'm not going to show in this haul, but I will show in a future haul, is week number 12, and that has the origin story of Wonder Woman drawn by Adam Hughes as well. So those are the 2 gems out of this, for me, out of this 52-week storyline. I know that there's some Batgirl stuff in there too, and I have a couple of those as well. But this one here, these 2 here are the hidden gems. Nobody really talks about them. You never hear anybody mention these 2 things unless you're in like Adam Hughes fan groups. And then you see this art reappear all the time of these origin stories, and I think that there have been prints made of them, but they're actually in these books. So week 36 is Power Girl and week 12 is Wonder Woman. So that's it. That's my haul from the Peddler's Mall. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Spent about $10 on all this plus tax, and I have a whole stack of books about that thick that I'm not even going to keep. So I'm just going to either donate them to a comic shop or I sell them. In this case, the books aren't really anything special, so I'll probably just give them away. Or I will, I have a new public library opening up in my town, and they consolidated all the libraries in the county into one library, and it opens up, I think, in a couple of weeks. So I'm thinking about getting a stack of comics and going in there, somewhere around their opening weekend and donating these books to them, see if they'll take them, see if they want them. If they don't want them, no big deal, no hard feelings. But if they'll take them and have them out for kids to take or to read, then that's what I'm going to do. So that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed that, and we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. We'll leave you with old Adam Hughes Wonder Woman right there, the reason for the season on this haul. And I hope y'all enjoyed that. Check that out. That's fantastic. All right. Don't forget to read a comic, and remember, don't apologize for the glare. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.